Welcome back. This is still the Polity reaching you live from Abuja. We've been joined now by our second guest, the Country Director of Votes Must Count International Initiative, Barry Avotu Johnson. He's also a member, I believe, or a supporter of the Labour Party. Welcome to the program. Good afternoon.
Thank you, Nigeria, for having me.
All right. I've been speaking with Mr. Musa here about the elections and the call for an interim government. I'd like to get your thoughts on that. I know you've been part of the what I call it, the protests or demonstrations for the last couple of days.
Yeah.
So why are you calling for an interim government when a president-elect has been given a certificate of return set to be sworn in on May 29?
Well, thank you. I'd like to say one of the major reasons why we have decided to call Nigeria, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Buhari, to form an interim government is because of the illegitimate value of the INEC return, INEC certificate of return presented by Ahmed Bola Tinubu by error. Because the Electoral Act says it could be withdrawn if given by error. This was an election that was conducted by INEC to favor the APC candidate, and for us, the provision of the Electoral Act states that the beavers will present results on real time. We didn't see that. The Electoral Act also states that there will be an opportunity for review of the collation of results before announcement of the winner. We did not see that by INEC. And also, the Electoral Act gave 7 days for the National Returning Officer to be able to review whatsoever grievances presented by any political party who is not in the same page with what he wants to announce. 7 days, which we did not see. The announcement of Ahmed Bola Tinubu, for us, we Nigerians, people who came out and voted, knows that the process alone was characterized with irregularities. We saw how ballot papers were stolen. We saw how voters were disenfranchised. We saw how people were refused to vote. We saw how the police people connived with INEC staff to disenfranchise Nigerians. So how on earth do you think the Nigerian people will sit down and allow INEC to present someone who did not win elections as president-elect? For us, the holding forth of the certificate of return by Ahmed Bola Tinubu is a call to anarchy. It's already an opportunity to display the fact that democracy is not needed in Nigeria by the Buhari administration. And if you understand and look at the body language of President Buhari, it is clear that President Buhari is part and parcel of what is happening in the electoral violence and the electoral fraud that we have seen in Nigeria so far. Since 2015, we have not seen elections in Nigeria. What we have seen is selection. And we are saying that this is the last time any election will be rigged in Nigeria. Remember, the INEC chairman told the world at the Chatham House that he will present an election that will present results at real time by the activities of the influence of the beavers. We didn't see that in the election. So why will you go ahead to announce someone who did not even win by their RF? We have seen the RF. Ahmed Bola Tinubu did not win any election. APC did not win any presidential election. The world knows who won the election. So why should we now not call for interim government? We will not let President Muhammadu Buhari remain as president of Nigeria for 1 day, even for 30 seconds. May 29 at 12 noon is over for him.
So why not the president-elect be sworn in?
The president-elect cannot be sworn in because Nigerians have not seen him as a president-elect. We see him as INEC select. We see Tinubu and the APC as INEC select. Because in the first perspective, The provision of the law states that when there is irregularities, there is the opportunity for review. When the parties in the personality of Senator Dino Melaye and the Labour Party agent raised their hand up to speak, and they were granted the opportunity by the INEC chairman, what did they tell him at the coalition center? They told him that there were irregularities in some states. And what did the INEC chairman say? He said there will be a review according to the law. But did we see the review? No. We did not see any review. The only thing we saw was an announcement of a fraud drug baron as president-elect, which is not acceptable by the Nigerian people.
Let me cut in there so we can get Mr. Musa Maman to come in here. Well, how do you respond to when Mr. Barry says it was an announcement in error or a given certificate of return in error? What are your reactions to that?
Thank God I knew he might be a member of the Labour Party, but the Constitution or the law stated that anyone taking someone to court against a political or an election case must be a member of a political party. Not being a member of a political party, you must have your proof and evidence you are taking that person to court. And if you have anything against someone, let it be 15 days after the primary. These things are not done 15 days after the primary. It is after the election. There is one thing I want you to know is if you are using the issue of the drug barring against him, he has this statement that has been taken to court and he has not been. The judgment has not been ruled that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a drug baron or a drug dealer. And to me, you understand, as a matured young man, as I'm seeing him, I'm a youth. I don't believe in those words. I believe APC is an umbrella that I am in now. I may leave to another political party. You understand? So I take it as it is just a grievances that my party have won election. It have won. But as a good politician, as an upbringing politician, you are not allowed to use a word of insult or abuse on somebody. Why? Because it is also stated in the Constitution that only two things are needed for someone to contest in Nigeria. He must be an eligible citizen of the country, you understand? And he must complete what the INEC requirement has made for him to run. Those things, Tinubu have declared with those things.
What about the issue he raises with review of, irregularities, the INEC chairman promising real-time results? Don't you think this cast a bad look on your victory?
But my colleagues were there at the collection center. You understand? You cannot stop, you understand, an announcement of result of the whole country. I believe there are a lot of returning officers in all the states. You understand? In all the polling units. Before a result is sent to a local government, it has to be genuine from the polling unit, from the local government to the state, before the returning officer will send it to the collection center. All these things have been done. And it is when it comes to the collection center and a lot of disagreement have been made. To me, as an upcoming politician, I don't take this as something that is reasonable. On Bola Ahmed Tinubu and on INEC, they are allowed to go to court. The court should give the judgment. We are waiting for the court to give judgment. That's what we are waiting for. Right, we are not after anything someone we said. We are on national television. If it is something that we are not on national television, I can say the grievances I wish to say. But this is a national television that it will speak well on somebody. Not now, not twice. It will speak forever. Right. So you should be mindful of what you said on somebody, a drug baron or whatsoever. There are a lot of ways and bad behaviors of someone that have been done. A lot of politicians. We are all youth, or is it aged than us? There are a lot of past experience that we have done. And if it will be used against us, there are a lot of politicians that cannot be eligible to come out to contest election.
And that's why we are also telling you that Ahmed Bola Tinubu is the least personality to even be president of Nigeria.
So go to the court.
You see, most of the time in Nigeria, when these people steal votes of people, they tell you to go to court. We see them commit crime, they tell you to go to court. Even President Muhammadu Buhari himself, as the father of this country, has committed an electoral fault that the whole world saw.
So
Nigeria, the Constitution of Nigeria, backed by the Electoral Act, says Nigeria operates the system of a voting called secret open ballot. But what did the president do? He committed an open ballot system, but he has immunity. He couldn't be arrested. But we are the citizens of Nigeria. We should be free to speak about it. We should not sit down and see things going the wrong way, and we sit down because we are youths. The party you are talking about, the APC you are talking about, has already been tagged as a party of demolition, as a party of wickedness. APC is a party of fraudsters. APC is a party of failures. APC is a party that the whole world has seen as a terrorist organization. We should be fact to see it.
But you know,
being a youth, is not in this same APC party? Is this not in this APC association? Is this not in the same APC administration that we have seen bandits breathe in some states?
There are some words you are not allowed to say.
Have you not had some words taken out by some governors from the APC? Were we not in this country when National El-Rufai stood up and said, we brought some people who help us win election?
There are some words that you are not allowed to say.
And nobody has made any statement. That is terrorism.
Speaking about the language now.
Yes. What I'm trying to say, use the right word to describe people when they commit crime.
And you have evidence.
Yes, we have seen evidence committed by President Buhari as an electoral terrorist. We have seen also evidence of fault by this administration, by the APC, committed financial terrorism, suffering Nigerians on what they're supposed to do. It's only in Nigeria you see when you talk
about shall I say something? If you are a politician, you are not to generalize that in APC. That everybody in APC.
We have told you that the APC association, the APC organization,
of what you
we don't need to join the APC because to be
not everybody that you see.
APC,
anyhow on him.
Accusing APC as an organization.
Let's talk about
it. You understand?
Just a moment.
As a member of APC, I don't think you are a member of the Labour Party.
Is what they have done.
And you are not a practitioner.
Mr.
You are just beating around the bush, and you should be mindful of what you said on national television.
Of course.
Because this is a local television. The fight
listen to me. This is a person that know the constitution
as a terrorist political party.
You cannot see anything. You are not a politician.
You are not a politician.
Mr. Barry, just a moment.
Because this is a person that can't just sit down.
Just a moment. Please let's get back to the issues and stay away from harmful languages. But Mr. Musa, I want you to react to the issue of where he says your party or party members tend to have this mindset of go to courts because somehow you feel you have a lot of way there at the end of the day. What do you make of that issue?
In the law of this country, nobody is above the law. That is why you are not to temper justice. It is the court that have the right to what? To rule.
But just to bring it back now, so INEC on multiple occasions, the INEC chairman, reassured Nigerians repeatedly, again and again, that IREV would work and that the beavers would transmit the results. Now that as a winner of the election, you're on that side at the moment, how does it feel when you know that a lot of these assurances were not kept and yet you emerged victorious? Don't you feel, I don't know, some type of way that these things happened to a kind of cast aspersions on your victory? Do you think INEC should have simply followed their rules? Would it have been against your party if INEC, made sure the IREV worked and followed through with their electronic transmission of results?
The electronic transmission of results, as INEC have said it have been hacked several times.
It has?
It has been hacked a lot of times.
We'll have to
you understand?
Fact check that.
It has been hacked a lot of times. And what I'm to say here is, I believe every political party have their returning officers from the polling unit.
You mean polling unit agents?
From all the political parties have. Before a result will be written, there must be an agreement that yes, this party has so number of results, the other party has so number of results before writing it. And those agents of the party must protect that vote to the collection center. You understand me? So there is no place here that they generalize it all. Is it that it is in all the 30 states of the federation that elections have been rigged? You understand me? Why we said they should go to court is because we are Nigerians. And I believe in that adage that politics will go, it has gone. If the court have ruled Bola Ahmed Tinubu is not the president, another election will take place, you understand? If coincidentally, and it will still go, and it will still leave the masses.
All right, so just one
themselves.
more question before I move to Mr. Barry. One of your, I don't know if he's a spokesperson, but one of the key members of the APC speaking about former Minister Femi Fani-Kayode, he made a statement, I believe we should later deleted, where he said, if you want the election to be annulled, we will annul your head or your senses, you know, some rhetoric it's almost violent, so to speak.
There are some
so
limits.
what do you make of this, you know?
There are some
and
limits.
the fact that your party has not distanced itself from these comments.
What?
Also, Mr. Bayo Onanuga has made some statements, he used some words that I can't even say on TV.
To me, it is just that I have that sense of belonging because I went through school of thought. I didn't just come into politics. I was a member of the Youth Council, the Nigerian Parliament. You understand? The Youth Congress of Nigeria before coming to politics. So I'm mindful of what to say. But he has even gotten to push me to the wall to utter some words that are not.
What about the people in your own party who
that is how they are pushed. That is how they are pushed. So if I'm pushed, I will say it to him. And there is nothing will be done about it. Because he said it to me. You understand me?
Right,
but I keep it to what? Because what? I believe Nigerian has been born to be one. If Nigeria will be divided, it will be divided before even I was born.
Right.
You understand?
We're almost out of time now, so I'd just like to end with this. What do you make of people who feel that when you call for protests, you call for movements, and the rhetoric you use, that you are the one inciting violence or inciting unrest by saying you will not accept results, even though the electoral umpire has accepted and the case is in court already?
Yes. Well, the only thing I would like to tell Nigerians that I've also always said is this. If you refuse to do the right thing at the right time, the right thing will do away with you at the right time. And that is what the APC, President Muhammadu Buhari and the INEC chairman has been caught up with in 2023 presidential election that we have seen so far. This, like I said, this is the last time any election will be rigged in Nigeria. We are not protesting because anyone asks us to protest. You see, I am not a member of the Labour Party. I am the country director for Vote Must Count International Initiative, an NGO who feels that the right thing should be done in the electoral process in Nigeria. We have seen people like MC Olomo, Bola Ahmed Tinubu himself, Abdullahi Adamu, Nasir El-Rufai, Femi Fani-Kayode, and the Bayo Onanuga himself, that have made very, very dangerous statements that could divide Nigeria. But the DSS did not arrest them. The national chairman of their party did not speak to them. The president of Nigeria did not speak to them. So why will they get angry when a Dino Melaye is talking from the two sides of his mouth? For us in Nigeria, in the politics of this country, we confirm that the APC and the PDP are one family. Two children from one mother. The father is named corruption. The mother is named disrespect of the rule of law, giving birth to the APC and the PDP. In 2015, when the APC came in on board, there's no promise, there's no cry, they didn't cry. There's no propaganda they didn't fix against the PDP. Today, we have seen them. They are just birds of the fence feather that flies together. All I'm saying is that we are peaceful in marching on the streets of Nigeria. And until the mandate given to the winner of this election is given to the Nigerian people, we will stay on the streets.
Who was that winner?
We all know who won. We all know that Ahmed Bola Tinubu did not win any presidential election. Nigeria and the international community and everyone who was an observer or an agent knows that Peter Obi of the Labour Party
Can I
won
say
the
something?
2023
Can I say
presidential election.
something?
And we have evidence because we had our people on ground in the 774 local government area. The organization called Vote Must Count International Initiative paid people to deliver as independent agents, and they came back with the result. We saw the result uploaded by the INEC people.
And
we saw the result.
We run out of time.
We saw the result that was uplinked by the other people. There are two different results.
We run out of time.
Result by INEC giving the opportunity for Ahmed Bola Tinubu to be president of Nigeria. And Nigerian people have said no. That's why we are rioting. That's why we are on the street. There's no way we cannot be giving the opportunity to move forward.
Do join us for weekdays 2 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. daily for more discussions on the state of the nation, politics and governance. Have a nice day. I'm Ahmad. Bye for now.